Thank you. Uh, the first time I went up the mountain Kilimanjaro, the biggest, the highest of all in entire continent of Africa, it was 1993, and I was taken there with my boss. He was also interviewing me during that climb, seeing if I could be a guide somewhere, sometimes in the future. But while I was on the mountain, I realized climbing actually it's not that easy. you know, and not only that. After talking to some of the guides and porters, asking them stories about the climb, when they were there, they've been there long before me, and that was my just first day. And they say, oh, people die out here. It's very dangerous. I say, and so I thought to myself, and you do this for fun? You actually even paid? And I was thinking, to become a guide, forget it. Just right, forget it. So I went up. Luckily, I was very fit physically. I just finished my military training. So you can imagine I was strong. I was just like a little goat jumping from here and there. I went up the mountain really easily, but it is really nice place. Forget about if we forget about the danger, the mountain itself is so beautiful. I mean, I wish everyone can go there, but I know you can. So the the scary part is that you're going to the mountain. You're like, this is suicide. It's the mountain coming to you. You're going there. So I went up anyway, managed to get to the summit, and I got down to the other side, and I managed to speak to some of the rangers. Later on, I realized these are actually the rescue team. These guys are the ones who take care of those who get in trouble when they're climbing. And so I asked them, so what does it take to become a guide? I said, oh, you want to become one? Yeah. They will ask you to go up, all the way up to the top, and all around the entire mountain. And not only that, you're carrying some weight, like 40 kilograms, like half a sack because of a maize. It's a lot. That's the moment I made my mind, forget it. They will never see me here again. So I went back in home and Russia after the trip. Couple days after the pain is gone, I start thinking, I think I can do this again. And before I know, I had done it over 160 times. To be exactly 167 times. And with this, I would like to share with you some of the things I learned as I was a mountain guide. I have 3 stories, short ones. And it is very interesting, being a leader out there. It's a whole different story. So the first one is, I had this client. I went to the airport like normal, meeting out my clients. And I had a big group. I don't remember exactly the number, but one of the ladies, my client, he was so sick from the airport. We had to stop a couple times on the way to the hotel because she needed to vomit on the way. And looking at her, I say, but I didn't say this. I didn't even portray my face. I was thinking, is she going to make it? I mean, seriously, she's this sick. But behind my mind is something said, don't worry. And I decided, I thought, because we have 2 days at the hotel, and also we have couple days, about 2 days before we get into some serious altitude. We should take advantage of these few days, making sure that she takes all the drugs that she's supposed to, antibiotic and all that, and make sure she eats and drink well. And we were there. I mean, I was like supervising all this. And I remember she asked me a question, Alex, you think I can make it? And I say, why would you even doubt? No, don't ask me. You will, absolutely. Certainly, you will. And she looked at my face. I think she saw the genuinity of that statement, and it kept her going. And also, with the support of the staff and clients around her, because I thought, how long has she been prepared for this? Preparing yourself in terms of time, it's quite a commitment, and it's a dream, a lifelong dream. And I say, no, you will absolutely do it. So we took her on the mountain, and on day 3, she got a little excited. She felt like, I think I'm back to normal. She tried to catch up a group that was ahead of. She ran a little bit. That's when she got in trouble. And then she was hyperventilating, and I say, and my colleagues, they freaked out, and they came running up to the camp because I was already at the camp. It wasn't very far from the camp. They say, she's in trouble. So I grabbed my oxygen tank and rushed down, and I met her on the way, and she saw me carrying that oxygen cylinder. She looked at me, and I think she recalled when I was doing the briefing, I did say, if at all we have to use either the oxygen tank or the gamma bag, it doesn't matter where, that will be your summit. And I saw her tears running down her cheeks. And I felt, oh man. She looks at me and says, please, Alex, please, don't give me that. I said, I will not do it, but let's do this. Breathe with me. So we did together. We breathed, take a deep breath. We did a couple times. And then eventually she calmed down. She was fine again. And then I said, let's go. We went on. We got to the camp. She ate lunch. She was fine. And that also tell me, like, be careful. Just keep watching her. Don't get excited. She's not okay yet. So I was very close to her, making sure she's doing fine. And we went all the way up to the top and down. And when I got to the summit, honestly, I was so happy. I don't think she was as happy as I was. I don't know. I was very, very happy. I was so happy that, because I thought to myself, what if I had made my mind right at the day I saw her when she was so sick, and I made my decision that, no, you're too sick. Go. We cannot take you. As they say in English, you cannot judge a book by its cover. You cannot judge a person by the first impression. You could be extremely wrong. And I'm glad that I did what I did. So, with that in mind, it also reminded me that another story of this professor. He was from Utah. He also came to do the climb. And this guy had his 2 children. And, he came up here. They are all happy, excited. We're going to do the Kilimanjaro and all that. When he got to Tanzania, and actually we drove to the trailhead, that's the moment he came to realize that the overwhelming responsibility that he has. And this responsibility, it is too much. So he was too busy caring about his children. And then at the end of the day, we got to the camp. And I remember we went to drink some coffee and all that. We finished. And I went to my tent. Someone came, hello, Alex, can I come in? I said, yes, come in. He went to say, Alex, I'm in trouble. What? What happened? He takes off his shoes. He shows me his legs, feet, all blisters. They're not even blisters. They are now wounds because the skin is broken. And he starts thinking, what will I do? And I looked at him. There is no problem. You'll be okay. He looked at me, are you serious? Yes, absolutely. So from that moment, you know what I did? I told him what to do, and I assisted him. We dressed his wound. I showed him all the tricks that I learned from my trainings, and we did it. And they said, Alex, remember, this is just day 1. This is the day 1. We have 8 days to come. I say, don't even share this with your kids, because they will freak out. So keep it for yourself. It's you and me. We'll take care of this. And every morning, we dress his wound. The evening, the same. We did that the whole time. And guess what? He made to the top and down to the other side. The trick I told him, don't worry about 2 days, 3 days, 5 days to come. As we walk, normally is 1 foot in front of the other. You know? Take a day at a time. And always think, when you are too obsessed about today, and you're so careful today, you may forget some things, and you find when things start going south, go wrong, it's too late. So it's very important we take it at a time. Very, very important. And the last one is, this time I was leading up a trip, and now we were up on the mountain already, high altitude, 16,000 feet, they call Aro Glacier. And this was 1998, if I recall really well. It was El Nino time. There was so much rain everywhere, all over the country. And on the mountain, as you guys receive rain down here, up there, we receive a lot of snow. As it builds up, it becomes ice, very solid. You guys have no idea. I mean, cutting snow steps, you know, it's like digging on a rock, solid rock. It's very tough. So normally, we have a crew. I had 14 clients with me. And supporting staff, it is 85 people. This is cooks, guides, and porters. All these people, they are going to go up that sheer climb. They call it Western Bridge. And this face is solid ice. So we discussed with my crew, so I have to leave early because I have to cut snow steps, and at least by the time the sun hits the ground, we've passed this pass. This is a dangerous part. We've passed that, and everyone will be able to and safely go by on that particular day. So we went on really well. After 1 hour, look back, no one is coming to help me. Okay, I said, I think I can do this for another half an hour. So I did, look back. Now I see a queue of people lining up, coming up. That's when I realized, you know, even if they want to come, where would they pass? You know, and making these snow steps, they have to be big enough, reliable, okay, solid enough. You can imagine, and when I'm doing them, I'm thinking also, some guys, some of my folks are short, some are tall, and not only that, they are also carrying a weight on them. So they have to be really reliable for that many people. We're talking about 100 people. And I did all that. So it has to be very done carefully. You know, after 2 hours, you know, without help, I was ready to give up. I remember leaning on my ice axe. I was like, I'm done. I was too tired. I was exhausted. And looking back, no one. They cannot go. And behind me, I hear this voice, this old man. He's 75 years old. He said to me, Alex, I don't understand how you can do this. You've been cutting snow steps for the last 2 hours. Here I am, following the already made steps, huffing, puffing. You are the strongest person. You have no idea. That statement rejuvenated me. I became a brand new. That instant. You know, I was so energetic. I cut snow step, I don't know how long, but until we got to a safer place, everyone now could pass and go back all the way on the mountain safely. You know, he just say words, but those words to me gave me so much energy. We have no idea. You know, being a boss somewhere, being a leader somewhere, you know, you need to know that appreciating people's job, appreciating their effort, acknowledging their job, how much it does to them. And many companies, many areas fails because of that. Okay? It's so important that you acknowledge, appreciate people's job. And as human, we have our downside, we have the upside. We have our strengths, we have our weaknesses. Learn your people, your group. Every success is a teamwork. Learn your people. You know, people think being leaders, you can lead by intimidation. You know, use some cussing words. You know, you do all the awful stuff. No. Help them grow. And they have some things when you take time to learn, understand them, listen to them, you go and you make very far together. So remember, one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. Appreciate people's effort. It is very important. Acknowledge their effort. And please start them, learn them. It is very important. Thank you.